Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You can all be seated. My name is Lauren Brisky, and I am a graduate of Simmons College and chair of the Board of Trustees. I want to welcome you to Simmons's 109th commencement ceremony. 109 years of Simmons graduates. That is a wonderful record. We congratulate and honor the doctoral, master's degree, and certificate candidates who are graduating today, as well as all of you, family and friends whose labor and love have made this day possible for our graduates. I would particularly like to recognize the families of the graduates who have often made significant sacrifices to make today possible. And I think the family members of the graduating students please need to stand up and rise and get all of our applause once again. The pursuit of learning is one of the oldest of human endeavors. In fact, these commencement exercises have their origins in ancient rituals. Members of our community are clothed in caps, hoods, and gowns, a tradition which evolved from academic costumes worn by faculty and students to keep warm in the drafty classrooms of the colleges in medieval Europe, and they serve us well today. The colors of robes and hoods signify the degree earned by the wearer, as well as the institution which granted the degree. The trustees of Simmons College are proud of your accomplishments. We are confident you will carry the name of Simmons into your professions and into your communities with distinction, dignity, and pride. Congratulations. Now I would like to ask you to please welcome Helen Drinan, the 8th president of Simmons College.
Thank you, Lauren. I am delighted to add my congratulations to you, our graduates, and to your families. You have made us all proud of your scholarship. You are intelligent, idealistic, and successful. These characteristics, combined with your Simmons graduate degree, will serve you well as you continue your studies or, in fact, begin your careers. I know you will do your part to create a better future for all of us. Simmons is awarding 1,000 degrees today and will have awarded 1,800 degrees during this academic year. At this ceremony, I will confer your degree on behalf of the trustees and our faculty. I would like to take a moment to say a hearty thank you to all the people involved in putting together this wonderful ceremony. I know that it is a real labor of love for everyone involved, but it is a massive undertaking, and we're all so grateful for that work. Now I would ask you to please stand while Danica Buckley, music director, leads the audience in singing America the Beautiful. Thank you, Danica. I am honored to present Dr. David Weinberger as the commencement speaker. Dr. Weinberger has built a name for himself, writing about the ways in which technology has had a deep impact on us, our ideas, and our society. The co-director of the Harvard Library and Innovation Lab and a senior researcher at Harvard's Berkman Center for the Internet and Society, Dr. Weinberger's career has taken an uncommon route, linking a variety of occupations, including assistant professor, freelance journalist, humor writer, marketing vice president, and internet advisor to 2 presidential campaigns. In 1994, Dr. Weinberger founded the marketing consulting company Evident Marketing, and during the next 20 years, worked with a variety of companies to bring their products to market and to explain the value of their products to the world. Dr. Weinberger has written several books on technology, including The Clue Train Manifesto, and has written Small Pieces, Loosely Joined, A Unified Theory of the Web, Everything is Miscellaneous, The Power of the New Digital Disorder, and Too Big to Know. In 2004, Dr. Weinberger became a fellow at Harvard's Berkman Center, and in 2009, he was named a Franklin Fellow at the U.S. Department of State, working with the e-diplomacy group. Please welcome Dr. David Weinberger.
Thank you so much to Simmons College, to Professor Drinan, to the Board of Trustees for this honor, which just means the world to me, and I'm just amazed at. Also, Professor Schwartz and Dean Abels, a special shout out to you as well. And this is extra special, meaningful, because my father-in-law, Marvin Geller, is here today, and his sister, Jeannie Geller Mason, was, as she called herself, a Simmons girl, class of 1940. And afterwards, Marvin will be happy to sing you the old "We Are the Girls of Simmons C" college song if you ask. Possibly if you don't, though. So first to the parents, I have been in your seat, and I know how proud and maybe relieved you are. So congratulations to you. And to the students, it's such an honor to be here with you to celebrate your being graduated from Simmons College, a college that takes seriously the privilege of helping its students not only to become educated experts, but to lead the next cohort in their disciplines and professions. Now, as I say this, I know that some of you may be shaking your inner heads because a commencement speaker is telling you just how bright your futures are, but maybe you have a little uncertainty about what will happen in your professions and with your career, and that's not only natural, it's actually quite reasonable. But some of you, I don't know how many, may be feeling beyond that, an uncertainty about your own abilities. You're being officially certified with an advanced degree in your field, but you may not feel quite the sense of mastery that you expected to feel. In other words, you feel the way that I do now. And also the way that I did in 1979 when I got a doctorate in philosophy. I knew well enough the work of the guy I wrote my dissertation on, but I looked out at the field and I knew just how little I knew about it. And I looked at the other graduates and especially at the scholars and the experts who had been teaching us, and I thought to myself, they know so much more than I do. And I could fake it pretty well, but actually really not very well at all when you come down to it. So I want to reassure those of you who feel the way that I did and the way that I do, that that feeling of not really knowing what you should, that maybe you don't, that feeling may stay with you forever. And in fact, I hope it does, for your sake, for your profession, and for all of us. But before explaining, I need to let you in on the secret. You do know enough. It's like Gloria Steinem's response when she was 40 to people who said, "Oh, you don't look 40." And Steinem famously replied, "This is what 40 looks like. And this is what being a certified expert in your field feels like." Simmons knows what deserving your degree means, and its standards are very high. So congratulations, you truly earned this and deserve it. But here's why I think it's good to get comfortable with always having a little lack of confidence. First, if you admit no self-doubt, you lose your impulse to learn. Second, you become a smug know-it-all and no one likes you. Third, what's even worse is that you become a soldier in the army of ignorance. Your body language tells everyone else that their questions are a sign of weakness, which shuts down what should have been a space for learning. The one skill I have truly mastered is asking stupid questions. And I don't mean questions that I pretend are stupid, but then, like Socrates, they show the folly of all those around me. No, they're just dumb questions. Things I really, really should know by now. And quite often it turns out that I'm not the only one in the room with those questions. I've learned far more by being in over my head than by knowing what I'm talking about. And as I'll get to, we happen to be in the greatest time for being in over our heads in all of human history. Let me give you just one quick example. In 1986, I became a marketing writer at a local tech startup called Interleaf that made text and graphic word processors. In 1986, that was a big deal, and what Interleaf was doing was way, way over my head. So I hung out with the engineers, and I asked the dumbest questions. What's a font family? How can the spell checker look up words as fast as you type them? When you fill a shape with, sort of purple, how does the purple know where to stop? Really basic questions. But because it was clear that I was a marketing guy who was genuinely interested in what the engineers were doing, they gave me a lot of time and an amazing education. And those were 8 happy years being in over my head. I'm still way over my head in the world of libraries where I currently work. Libraries are incredibly deep institutions, and compared to normal information technology, the data that libraries deal with is amazingly profound and amazingly human. And librarians have been very generous in helping me learn just a small portion of what they know. Again, this is in part because they know my dumb questions are spurred by a genuine desire to understand what they're doing down to the details. In fact, going down to the details is one very good way to make sure that you're continually over your head. We will never run out of details. The world's just like that. There's no natural end to how closely you can look at a thing. And one thing I've learned is that everything is interesting if looked at the appropriate level of detail. Now, it used to be that you'd have to seek out places to plunge in over your head. But now, in the age of the internets, all we have to do is stand still, and the floodwaters will rise over our heads with astonishing and sometimes frightening speed. We usually call this information overload, and we're told to fear it. But I think that's based on an old idea we need to get rid of. Here's what I mean. So you know Flickr, the photo sharing site. If you go there and search for photos tagged Vista, you'll get 2 million photos, more vistas that you could look at than you could look at if you made it your full-time job. If you go to Google and search for apple pie recipes, you'll get over 1.3 million of them. You want to try them all out to find the best one? Not going to happen. If you go to Google Images and search for cute cats, you'll get over 7 million photos of the most adorable kittens ever, as well as some ads and porn, of course, because internet. So that's 2 million Vista photos, 1.3 million apple pie photos, 7.6 million cute cat photos. We're constantly warned about information overload, yet we never hear one single word about the dangers of Vista overload, apple pie overload, or cute kitten overload. Why have the media missed this? This is a scandal. There's actually a pretty clear reason why we pay no attention to these overloads. We only feel overloaded by that which we feel responsible for mastering. There's no expectation that we'll master Vista photos, apple pie recipes, or photos of cute cats, so we feel no overload. But with information, it's different, because we used to have so much less of it back then that mastery seemed possible. For example, in the old days, if you watched the daily half-hour news broadcast or spent 20 minutes a day with a newspaper, you had done your civic duty. You had kept up with the news. Now we can see before our eyes what an illusion that sense of mastery was. There's too much happening on our diverse and too interesting planet to master it, and we can see it all happening within our browsers. The concept of information overload comes from that prior age, before we accepted what the internet makes so clear. There is too much to know. As we accept that, the idea of mastery will lose its grip. We'll stop feeling overloaded, even though we're confronted with exactly the same amount of information. Now, I want to be careful because we're here to congratulate you on having mastered your discipline. And grad school is a place where mastery still applies. In order to have a discipline, one that can talk with itself, institutions have to agree on a masterable set of ideas, knowledge, and skills that are required for your field, and that makes complete sense. But especially as the internet becomes our dominant medium of ideas, knowledge, culture, and entertainment, we are all learning just how much there is that we don't know and will never know. And it's not just the quantity of information that makes true mastery impossible in the age of the internet. It's also what the internet is doing to the domains we want to master, the topics and the disciplines. In the Encyclopedia Britannica, which some of you may remember, an article on a topic extends from the first word to the last, maybe with a few suggested see alsos at the end. The article's job is to cover the topic in that one stretch of text from here to here. Wikipedia has a different idea. At Wikipedia, the articles are often relatively short, but they typically have dozens or hundreds of links. So rather than trying to get everything about, say, Shakespeare into a couple of thousand words, Wikipedia lets you click on links to other articles about what it mentions, to Stratford-on-Avon, to iambic pentameter, or about the history of women in the theater. Shakespeare at Wikipedia, in other words, is a web of linked articles. Shakespeare on the web is a web. And it seems to me that that webby structure actually is a more accurate reflection of the shape of knowledge. It's an endless series of connected ideas and facts, limited by interest, not an article that starts here and ends there. In fact, I'd say that Shakespeare himself was a web, and so am I, and so are you. But if topics and disciplines are webs, then they don't have natural and clear edges. Where does the Shakespeare web end? Who decides if the article about, say, women in the theater is part of the Shakespeare web or not? These webs just don't have clear-cut edges. But that means we also can't be nearly as clear about what it means to master Shakespeare. There's always more. The very shape of the web means we are always in over our heads. And just one more thing about these messy webs. They're full of disagreement, contradiction, argument, differences in perspective. Just a few minutes on the web reveals a fundamental truth. We don't agree about anything, and we never will. And my proof of that broad statement is all of human history. We've never agreed on anything. So how do you master a field, even if you could define its edges, when the field doesn't agree with itself? So the concept of mastery is tough in this internet age. But that's just a more accurate reflection of the way it always was, even if we couldn't see it, because we just didn't have enough room to include every voice and every idea and every contradiction. And we didn't have a way to link them so that you can go from one to another with the smallest possible motion of your hand, the shallow click of a mouse button. The internet has therefore revealed the truth of what the less confident among us already suspected. We're all in over our heads. Forever. This is not a temporary swim in the deep end of the pool. Being in over our heads is the human condition. The other side of this is that the world is far bigger, more complex, and more unfathomably interesting than our little brains can manage. If we can accept that, then we can happily be in over our heads forever. Always a little worried that we really are supposed to know more than we do, but also, I hope, always willing to say that out loud. It's the condition for learning from one another. And if the internet has shown us how overwhelmed we are, it's also teaching us how much we can learn from one another in public, acknowledging that we're just humans in a sea of endless possibility within which we can flourish only in our shared and collaborative ignorance. So I know you're prepared because I know the quality of the Simmons faculty and the vision of its leadership and the dedication of its staff. And I know the excellence of the education you've participated in. You are ready to lead in your field. May that field always be about this high over your head, the depth at which learning occurs, curiosity is never satisfied, and we rely on one another's knowledge, insight, and love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David. We will now proceed to the conferring of honorary degrees. Simmons is proud this afternoon to honor two distinguished individuals. The degrees will be presented by David S. Browder, Chief Marshal. The citations will be read by Katie Conboy, Provost, and Senior Vice President. In addition to that, at the time that we honor Ruth Ellen Fitch, she will be hooded by our retired Provost, Charlena Seymour. So I would like to call forward Ruth Ellen Fitch.
I present to you for the degree Doctor of Laws, Ruth Ellen Fitch.
Ruth Ellen Fitch, former partner at a top Boston law firm, educator and champion of the underserved, former president and chief executive officer at the Dimmock Center. Ruth Ellen Fitch has worn many hats in her distinguished career. Not only has she practiced extensively as an attorney and as an administrator, but Ms. Fitch has also taught Black literature at the University of Massachusetts at Boston. She serves as a health director, director of health law advocates, and director of the Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare Foundation. She is a trustee of the Ludke Foundation and director of Boston Municipal Research Bureau. She has also shared her thoughts with us just last night about the extraordinary importance of family in balance with work. In recognition of her commitment to community, to inclusion, and to leadership, Simmons College is honored to confer upon Ruth Ellen Fitch, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Laws.
I present to you for the degree Doctor of Letters, David Weinberger.
David Weinberger is not your run-of-the-mill PhD in philosophy, if there is such a thing. He has taken his lively engagement with ideas and fearlessly attached them to anything new under the sun. And where they took root, as you've heard, was in innovations, the internet, and information science. While that might sound rather virtual, Dr. Weinberger is interested ultimately in connections. His fascination with the internet is all about how it can be used for productive interaction and meaningful sharing. As Dr. Weinberger said, today's graduates know that they can't know everything, even in one chosen field. And he has reminded us that knowledge management should not be about helping us to know more. It should be about helping us to understand better. For his wisdom about the opportunities presented by technology, for his insight that the next Darwin is more likely to be a data wonk than a naturalist wandering through an exotic landscape, and for his extraordinary optimism about the future, a future where, in his words, perhaps the web isn't shortening our attention spans, perhaps the world is just getting more interesting. Simmons College is pleased to confer upon David Weinberger, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Letters.
If you can, Lauren. Yeah. There you go. We don't want to choke you. Yeah. Then we're going to turn this way, David. You take. We now are going to begin the conferring of degrees. These degrees are voted on by the faculty and the Simmons College Board of Trustees and granted by the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. When your degree is announced by the marshal, please stand. Remain standing until I have conferred your degree. Following the conferral of all degrees, please come forward to the stage.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctor of Physical Therapy please rise?
President Drinan, on behalf of the faculties of the School for Nursing and Health Sciences, Graduate School of Library and Information Science, and School of Social Work, I have the honor to present to you for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctor of Physical Therapy, these candidates who have completed all the conditions of scholarship and residence required by our faculty.
So, I hereby grant all of you the Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees, and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and dignities pertaining to those degrees. Will the candidates for the doctoral degrees please come forward to the lectern?
Graduate School of Library and Information Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Deborah Lang Fragat. Mary Elizabeth Pioran. It's always. Rachel Giddings Rubin. Tyler Otto Walters.
From the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy, Health Professions Education, Lori Ann Hilson. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Roxellen Antoinette Auletto. Somfy Chickham. Tracy L. Collins. Deborah Frost. Joan Teresa Ginty. Patricia Thompson Levitt. Judith Edwina Shipper. Doctor of Physical Therapy, Laura Ruth Albertelli. Sarah Kate Bailey. Rachel Elaine Benjamin. Alyssa Dawn Benson. Eugenia Berkowitz. Dory Mae Blanco. Matthew Tenris Brown. James Matthew Byrne. Elizabeth Carlisle Camp. Alice Crookshank Chandler. Naja Estelle Chinkazunga Martin. Dayu Choi. Justina M. DeRosa. Kevin Dow. Tracy A. Del Sesto. Gina Leilani Dafada. Michelle Amber Derringer. Caitlin Grace Dolan. Carrie Lynn Estrella. Sarah Macy Finch. Erin Rebecca Fitzsimmons. Carrie Christine Garrity. Rennie Francis Gilman. Karen J. Green. Megan Elizabeth Heber. Melissa May Hines. Emily Ann Huen. Rachel Grace Ioko. Angela Marie Ioso. Alexandra Kristen Kay. Jason Adam Kensky. Caroline Leigh Kocius. Adam Cooks. Catherine Ann Leet. Rebecca Marie Manganero. Brianna Marie Marr. Kay Caroline Metcalf. Aaron Davis Waskin Miller. Rachel Christine Nelson. Tuan Min Nguyen. Matthew Robert O'Rourke. Rachel Alyssa Rebner. Anthony D. Rourke. Amy Elizabeth Rosen. Danielle Salmonson. Jacqueline Michelle Sanella. Corinne Francis Schleba. Alicia Mary Smith. Sarah Jane Smith.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. Congratulations.
Megan Elizabeth Sobey. Lindsay Marie Sorasi. Carrie Louise Spillane.
Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Kathleen D. Terry. Amy Elizabeth Todd. Carrie Ann Vayu. From the School of Social Work, Doctor of Philosophy, Behavior Analysis.
Nicole Erin Bovine. Amanda Page Laprime. Rebecca Ann Markovitz. Karen Ann Kemp. Doctor of Philosophy, Educational Leadership. Donna Jean Leap.
Doctor of Philosophy in Social Work. Dr. Elise M. Bellew. Dr. Bellew will be hooded by her dissertation mentor, Professor Abby Frost. Dr. Deborah H. Benveniste. Dr. Benveniste will be hooded by Professor Kathy Milstein. Dr. Allison Nichelle Livingston. Dr. Livingston will be hooded by Professor Peter Marimaldi. I'll be right back. Dr. Philippe Copeland. Dr. Copeland will be hooded by Professor Hugo Kamya. Dr. Dana E. Prescott. Dr. Prescott will be hooded by Professor Hugo Kamya. Dr. Stephanie Provost Wankowski. Dr. Wankowski will be hooded by Professor Michelle Putnam.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please rise?
President Drynen, I have the honor to present to you for the degree Master of Arts in English, Master of Arts in English, and Master of Arts in Children's Literature, Master of Arts in Gender Cultural Studies, and Master of Arts in History. These candidates who have completed all the conditions of scholarship and residence required by our faculty.
I hereby grant you master's degrees and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and dignities pertaining to these degrees. Will the degree candidates please come forward to the stage?
Over here.
Master of Arts in English, Amanda Jean Adeo. Julie A. Hamill. Andrew Roberts Maxey. Catherine Ann Winters. Master of Arts in English and Master of Arts in Children's Literature, Teresa Hels Zimmerman.
Master of Arts in Gender and Cultural Studies, Sophia Ann Clausen. Lucia Rudolph Kushman. Brooke Devin Luro. Christine Orthison. Callista Latrice Ross. Alicia Ann Rule.
Master of Arts in History, Ryan Roberts Lincecum. Jessica E. Taylor.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees and certificates in the Graduate School of Library and Information Science please rise?
President Drinan, I have the honor to present to you for the degrees of Master of Fine Arts in Writing for Children, Master of Arts in Children's Literature, Master of Science, dual degrees, and certificates these candidates who have completed all the conditions of scholarship and residence required by our faculty.
I hereby grant you the master's degrees and certificates and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and dignities pertaining to these degrees. Will the degree candidates please come forward to the stage?
Master of Fine Arts in Writing for Children, Dominique Rochelle Alvarez. Chelsea Rose de Torres. Clarissa Elise Hadge. Sibel Kilby. Tracy Ann Martini. Catherine Ann Palaces Narita. Lisa Marianne Palin. Caitlin Heather Przonik. Mackenzie Lee Van Engelenhoven. Rebecca Sage Wells. Master of Fine Arts in Writing for Children and Master of Arts in Children's Literature, Kathleen Mary Kellett. Chelsea Blair Kendig. Rebecca Ann Roan. Master of Arts in Children's Literature, Ashley Elizabeth Barry. Darcy Alana Evans. Rebecca H. Kirschenbaum. Brianna Jillian McDaniel. Anna Rosina Prandella. Gabrielle Rebecca Rivera. Sawako Shirota. Meredith McKenna Sittman. Master of Arts in Children's Literature and Master of Science in Library Science, Mariah Jasmine Catherine Churchill. Allison Regan Driscoll. Nicole Louise Giroux. Sarah Hannah Gomez. Megan Caroline Statza.
Master of Science, Audrey Marie Abrams. Mary E. Ahenaku. Courtney Elizabeth Allen. Daniel Obsvert. Sarah Lynn Obie. Gordon Douglas Bedford. Jennifer Lynn Belcher. Zachary John Bell. Robin Ann Blessius. Martha Stokes Boxenbaum. Emily Barry Boyd. Brandy Nicole Burrows. Paul M. Caserta. Connie B. Coburn. Elizabeth A. Constanti. Celia Rose Cantelmo. John William Cooper III. James Damon. Elise Diane DeAndrea. Ashley Christian Devaney. Astrid Mary Elizabeth Drew. Thomas Richter Dunbar. Erica Nicole Eaton. Jessica Lee Elias. Amy Marie Fowler. Michelle F. Freitas. Michelle Keenan Gaita. Irene Beatrice Gates. Abigail N. Gear. Stephanie Yvette Gilliam. Karen Leanne Glenn. Teresa Esther Goethel. Sarah Rachel Haran. Sarah Emily English Hayes. Julia Hayton. Kathleen A. Henke. Amy Ellen Hindle. Laura Christine Jacobs. Sarah Elizabeth Casey Yaunishkis. Natalie Johnson. Rachel Meredith Cadell Garcia. Emily Ann Lapworth. Mark Dunlop Laboudre. Sarah Mays Levine. Alyssa Paige Link. Christy Nicole Lockhart. Alexander David London. Carolyn Marie Lucas. Samantha Macelis. Christina Michelle Monzo. Anna Areta Martin. Stephanie Caitlin McBain. Erin Barbara McCall. Ryan Joseph McGinnis. Crystal Ann Miller. Amanda Morse.
Marie Nardi. Renee Elizabeth Neely. William Madison Naring. Paige Atoy Newman. Elise Nicole Nickerson. Lily Olson. Patricia Patterson. Margaret Mary Phelan. Bethany Cynthia Phillips. Jennifer June Kwan. Alyssa Michelle Ramirez. Adicia Marie Ray Ramos. Madalena Brigitta Ranieri. Laura Heath Rebu. Joy Helen Rodowitz. Kimberly Ann Rowley. Sally Goodwin Rubenstein. Hillary Adrienne Saxton. Megan Elizabeth Schwelm. Claire Elizabeth Sedney. Eva Marie Shea. Susan Skoog. Anna Maria Andrews Smith. Sarah E. Smith. Allison Renee Snyder. Gabrielle Sobilo. Vivian Lee Solick. Brittany Lauren Stone. Erica May Street. Katie Ann Tamans. June Bachaya Tamnasan. Emily Rose Underwood. Elizabeth Rose Urbanzik. Janice Dent Van Hooploom. Hannah W. Weddle. Megan Sangri Weinstein. Erin Kelsey Williams. Caroline Elizabeth Wood. Sarah Lindsay Ziffer. Master of Science and Master of Arts in History. Jessica Joy Bennett. Jenna Caitlin Birch. Allison Judith Blakesley. Susanna Elise Coliff. Jenna Ruth Louise Duplessis. Helen Yvonne Schubert Fields. Taylor Cook Kallock. Leah Ellen Lefkowitz. Thomas Patrick Lester. Olivia Adrienne Mendika Hart. Anne Francesca Mansella. Roxanne Denise Puder. Katie Rebecca Soliday. Rachel L. Taylor. Advanced Certificate in Archives Management, Michelle Maria Bellavoe.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees in the School of Management please rise?
Let's go SOM. President Drinan, I have the honor to present to you for the Master of Business Administration, Master of Health Administration, Master of Science in Communications Management, and a joint degree, Master of Science in Communications Management and Master of Arts in Gender and Cultural Studies. These candidates, who have completed all the conditions of scholarship and residence required by our faculty.
I hereby grant you the master's degrees and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and dignities pertaining to these degrees. Will the degree candidates please come forward to the stage?
For the Masters in Business Administration, Allison Kelly Ahern. Amanda Rush Armsby. Lynn Ann Baker. Sarah B. Bennett. Sarah B. Barrett. Leah Ray Burke. Mona Maria Brewster. Rebecca Ann Brown. Kathleen Shannon Carr. Libby Alana Cole. Manef Defchan Manabusan. Shakeni Delimi. Caitlin Elizabeth Daughtry. Julia Jane Drubel. Amanda Joy Fiegel. Carolyn Elizabeth Fitzpatrick. Caroline Kylie Flynn. Halani Christina Folsham. Jean M. Hess. Lisa M. Hines. Ananda Ames Jackson. Gail Jasenik. Olga E. Karagianis. Fiona Wallace La. Emily Kathleen Landry. Jennifer Lau. Jennifer Lee Lipsich. Christina Mary Liscombe. Fatima Denise Manning. Yorkiana Mercedes. Tatiana Jasmine Montanez. Joanne Chaplin Morlock. Kathleen Elizabeth Jung Okamoto. Amanda Beth Oriel. Give it just a second. Maria Elena Piz Lopez. Katie Lynn Powell. Mary M. Roderick. Patricia L. Santoro. Ellen Patricia Shea. Hillary Elizabeth Shepard. Rachel M. Speckman. Laura M. Steele. Elizabeth Marie Varr. Lanitra S. Webb. Shanita Patrice Williams. Andrea Wong. Janelle Denise Woods McNish. For the Masters of Health Administration, Nicole Jacqueline Clark. Kelly Lynn DeLong. Joseph Gary LeBlanc, Jr. Dawn Marie Linforth. Roberta Michelle Taylor. Pamela Lynn Walker. Marianne Rose Whitaker. Stacy Van Zyl Zorka. Master of Science in Communications Management, Sandos K. Alvareza. Gada Mohammed Amasud. Nuvia N. Ball. Shauna Fuller Callahan. Julie Doris Choquette. Karen Marie Heitzman. Allison Cara LeWinter. Vanessa Martinez. Heather Marie Mastriani. Jillian N. Miller. Melissa K. Pilardi. Christina Maria Pachusi. Getting it. Alex Cochran Roy. Shayna Alexis Sullivan. Olawumi Deborah Akawumi. Ina Rosetta Stewart. Xiomara Vides. Roseanne Beretta Yates. For the Master of Science in Communications Management and the Master of Arts in Gender and Cultural Studies, Allison Eileen Sellers.
Will the candidates for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study and master's degrees in the School for Nursing and Health Sciences please rise?
President Drinan, I have the honor to present to you for the Certificate of Advanced Graduate Study in Health Professions Education, Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Science in Nursing Administration, Master of Science in Nutrition and Health Promotion, and certificates in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, these students who have completed the conditions of scholarship and residency required by our faculty.
I hereby grant you the master's degrees and certificates of advanced graduate study. Will the candidates please come forward to the stage? I will ask you. Thank you.
For the Master of Science in Nursing, Laurie Ann Atwood, Crystal E. Babelas, Michelle Ann Barros, Molly Margaret Brown, Sarah Elizabeth Bryce, Alicia Capalucci, Natalie Nicole Carrier, Molly Frances Desmond, Caitlin Cecilia Doby, Britt Elizabeth Doran, Lisa Marie Doyle, Laura Elizabeth Brigham Elliott, Angela Rose Farinella, Dana Galacci, Ingrid Ekstrom Gedritis, Meredith Ann George, Lauren Jean Gifford, Megan E. Glenn, Alexandra Lynn Hacker, Amanda G. Harrow, Joanna Foreman Kaplan, Gabriel Paul Casper, Melissa Lauren Kirkland, Jacqueline Rose Ladino, Leandra Latina, Alyssa Lauren LeBlanc, Ksenia Alexandra Nova Lavinia, Rena Levy, Laura Lee Mancuso, Sylvia Ann Masmanian, Laura Elizabeth Myers, Devin O'Connell, Jennifer Lee O'Donnell, Kathleen F. O'Neill, Ashley Christine Paiva, Kristen Elizabeth Passeri, Shivani A. Patel, Lauren Pepjanovich, Melissa Falatra, Stephanie Barros Pinto, Carrie Farrell Quealy, Haley Jo Schramm, Sarah Scuzzarella, Lauren Megan Shannon, Elizabeth Kate Temple, Caitlin Mary Trilliger, Caitlin Amelia Thomas Frost, Caitlin Mary Keenan Tria. Jessica Jean Guyot Twombly. Lauren Alexandra Wadlow. For the degree Master of Science in Nursing Administration, Paula Ann Bowler. Jeanette Denise Bigelow, and it's Janet, sorry. Kathleen Mary Bruce. Mary E. Courtney. Erin Marie Cummings. Beth Ann Cusack. Marcia Francesca Dalton. Maureen Morgan DeMena. Linda Jean Gomes. Janice Marie Hagman. Paula Lynch Ritchie. Noreen McLean. Casey Beth McCauley. Catherine Ann McLaughlin. Stacy Joan McClellan. Susan Megan. Rebecca Ann Moreno. Constance Renee Rogers. Karen A. Rosher. Tammy Jean Ryan. Robin Sherrick. Patricia Frances Terrell. Tamitha Sharice Willis.
Master of Science in Nutrition and Health Promotion, Madeline Elizabeth Cantero. Amanda Marie Haller. Sarah Dietrich McGowan. Alyssa A. Livermore. Kelsey Beth McEntee. Marcia V. Nelson. Jameson Michelle Stewart. Master of Science in Nutrition and Health Promotion and Certificate in Sports Nutrition, Lauren Elaine Ahola. Master of Science in Nutrition and Health Promotion and Certificate of Didactic Program in Dietetics, Jennifer Rose Baum. Farrell Maya Frankel. Matthew Charles Priven. Certificate of Didactic Program in Dietetics, Cassandra Ann Becker. Alexa Mary Day. Lauren Wynant Miller. Erica Ann Ross.
Will the candidates for the Specialist in Education, master's degrees, and certificates in the School of Social Work please rise?
President Drinan, I have the honor to present to you for the degree Specialist in Education, Specialist in Special Education, Master of Science in Behavior Analysis, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Arts in Teaching English as a Second Language, Master of Science in Education, Master of Science in Mathematics Education, Master of Social Work and Certificate in Urban Leadership and Clinical Social Work, and Master of Social Work Certificate in Urban Leadership and Clinical Social Work and Master of Business Administration, these candidates who have completed all the conditions of scholarship and residence required by our faculty.
I hereby grant you the Specialist in Education, Master's degrees, and certificates, and declare that you are entitled to all rights, privileges, and dignities pertaining to these degrees. Will the candidates please come forward to the stage?
Specialist in Education, Behavior Analysis, Daria Udina. Master of Science in Behavior Analysis, Laura Hazel Baker. Stephanie Marie Baker. Brittany Amelia Bolin. Megan Bridget Bowes. Elissa Grace Brown. Brittany Lee Carvalho. Lindsay Cara Clark. Tiffany R. Cochran. Nicole Mairead Colley. Jillian Lee Crawley. Lauren J. Donovan. Deanna Marie Felix. Carrie Lynn Foley. Annie Catherine Friend. Christina M. Gage. Caitlin Christiana Guarino. Stephanie J. Gillette. Catherine D'Amelio. Robert Franklin Joyst. Kimberly Elizabeth Kerber. Stephanie Lynn Kroenfeld. Lindsay Marie Macri. Caitlin Teresa McCardle. Colleen Eleanor McClellan. Janice R. McNeil. Suanne Melissa Ilanga Macayo. Carolyn B. Muller. Rohini Faye Murray. Na Tai Nuagan. Tony Samantha Nurse. Tanya Jean Sanacandro. Barbara E. Pak. Nazrin Sultana Ripa. Rachel Scott Rosenbluth. Laura Elizabeth Stanley. Marielle Shaw. Kimberly Elise Steele. Allison May Stetson. Lauren M. Stockholm. Rihanna Jean Taylor. Nicole Marie Whitney. Who's supposed to? Specialist in Education, Special Education? Yes, good. I was wondering where
Specialist in Education, Special Education, Sarah Pauline Cassidy. Ruth Ann Cohen. Cara Lynn Garvey. Peggy Marie McLanathan. Lisa Marie Moransky. Greta Colvin Noyes. Amber Gould Damarisco Brooklyn. Jennifer Marie Scribner. Masters of Arts in Teaching, Catherine Ellen Ardito. Kelly Ann Berry. Elizabeth Ashley Boer. Abigail Sarah Brodsky. Megan Elizabeth Bergay. Katie Reed Cohen. Amanda Nicole Dahlberg. Emily J. Federico. Marsharni Andrea Dominique Franklin. Joshua Jeremy Friedman. Beth J. Gavrans. Chelsea Kilgore. Samantha Marie Glassberg. Noah Gronlund Jacob. Julie DeZekan Harrington. Shanice Nicole Higginbotham. Jane Melissa Labriola. Nicole Elizabeth Cornell. Bianca Isabel Medina. Alyssa Danielle Modest. Chico Dinakanaki Nanji. Nicole Brazil Pexino. Hillary Usher Schrerer. Jamie Allison Sullivan. Maria Elizabeth Takikos. Dan Thomases. Abigail Elizabeth Thompson. Benjamin Wolfson. Elizabeth Marie Zamani. Jessica Zhu. Master of Arts in Teaching and Master of Arts in English, Stacy Elizabeth Ann French. Jonathan Alexander Kindness. Master of Arts in Teaching and Master of Arts in History, Jane Elizabeth Hogan. Brian Edward Walsh. Masters of Arts in Teaching English as a Second Language, Erica Agard. Michelle Smalo. Millie Eng. Constance Gregg. Brooke Sarah Peterson. Renee Terry Swan. Lauren Jean Von Fabrice. Master of Science in Education, Advanced Content and Pedagogy, Christina Kim. Oh. Ya Zheng. Go ahead. Master of Science in Education, Educational Leadership, Rachel Ann Andrico Spielberg. Julia Adele Horowitz. James Michael Lane. Courtney Catherine McSparron. Amy Suzanne Mott. Melanie Lynn Roche Laputka, Rebecca Erin Smoller, Master of Science in Education, General Education, Nicholas John Winslow, Master of Education in Special Education, Kayla Marie Abeling, Rebecca Adams, Catherine Laura Abrazowitz. Go ahead. Donna Marie Bari, Bet Barbosa, Caitlin Ann Barlow, Colby Tallman Bartrow, Jaime L. Becker, Allison Colby Bees, Kelly McGill Birchman, Amy Althouse Biddle, Rachel Judith Bobb, Megan Elizabeth Bertman, Mary Joseph Bowman, Kaylee Elizabeth Bourgeois, Nicole Sherry Boyer, Erin Catherine Brewer, Cassandra Michelle Broughton, Julie Kathleen Bircher Brown, Christine Marie Burgess, Catherine Hastings Burke, Logan Patrick Butler, Brianne Patricia Cogan, David Edmund Coleman, Sarah Ann Conway, Alejandro Fabian Cortazar, Stephanie Selena Dalpy, Emily O'Connor Day, Noreen Elizabeth Collins, Christine Bo Derrick, Katie Jean Dobbins, Megan C. Dolliver, Kwaku Asari Donkor, Justin B. Ducey, Amanda Joyce DeRocher, Ashley Rose Folco, Amy Lynn Gallagher, Catherine Mary Galusha, Jessica Ann Girardi, Philip Ryan Gingras, Megan Kim Gorton, Talia Annette Grunstrom, Lucy Young Hackett, Kimberly Gail Hamelin, Cora Liz Hardy, Laura Elizabeth Higgins, Molly Rose Jacobitz, Christina Rose Jones, Jawad Aaron Brown, Sarah Florence Calico, Julie Marie Kasanek, Heather Marie Kennan, Elaine G. Kenyon, Bethany Rose Kravitz, Catherine Anna Crowdinger, Jenna Prosper Lido, Amanda Lemure, Candace Linda Lorette, Allison Ann McGee, Brian Andrew Moriarty, Catherine Lynn Morris, Wendell Jane Nelson, Bethany Farham Nichols, Catherine Sarah Norregard, Colleen Elizabeth O'Grady, Kristen Marie Paris, Christine Ann Pellerin, Joseph P. Pumphrey, Kelsey Taylor Raduazo, Adityan Rajamani Rajaraman, Laura Elizabeth Reifart, Jessica Elizabeth Richards, Kellyanne Richardson, Meredith Jacqueline Rothstein, Emily C. Rosselli, Samantha J. Rowe, Julia L. Russo, Lauren Elise Sanderson, Holly Elizabeth Schrader, Casey Grace Shelburne, Catherine Elizabeth Simone and baby. Lillian Hatfield Skypack, Julian Baker Smiley, Sarah Harney Smith, Erica Marie Spiegel, Brittany Marianne Elizabeth Sprague, Abigail Lee Taylor, Nadine Marie Thoreau, Lauren Elizabeth Turco, Favor Umajiaku, Suzanne Harrington Wells, Matthew James Westenberg, Rachel Ann Wood, Erica Lee Zongron,
Master of Social Work. Megan Elise Aldred. Mary Catherine Anderson. Madalena Andrade. Catherine Weaver Bates. Catherine Kavanaugh Beinecke. Rebecca Megan Blair. Carlin Elizabeth Blount. Nellie Catherine Broderick. Anne Lorraine Brooks Dillahunt. Michael Peter Cascio. Angela Jo Chang. Brooks Heslop Christopher. Mia Rose Chanchiaro. Samantha Sirocco. Susanna America Colby. Elizabeth McPherson Cole. Emily Cooper. Eleanor Joan Corcoran. Lauren Ann Cucci. Rachel Elizabeth Darsh. Melissa Jean DeRosa. Shondi Louise Dietmar. Wendy M. Deli. Dawn Marie DiMartino. Erin Marie Donovan. Alexandra Doucette. Brianna Lee Dowdy. Amy Nicole Eaton. Alana Marie Etchlin. Monica Renee Eck. Alicia Marie Ellingson. Carly Marie Ellis. Natalie R. Engler. Mary Ellen Fairchild. Melissa Ann Feeney. Carlene Rebello Ferreira. Amanda C. Finestone. Kendall Page Frank. Lindley Hope Frankel. Nikki Faye Frankel. Alexandra H.B. Garfunkel. Alyssa Michelle Gaudette. Elisa Jean Gilbert. Rebecca Miriam Glantz. Charday Mary Gomes. Karen Pilar Gomez. Taylor William Gray. Christina Lee Greenberg. Nemo Hashi. Ann Dana Harrod. Barbara Kalani Hodep. Ryan Francis Horn. Jeffrey S. Horowitz. H.U. Kara E. Huselton. Demetrius Hutchinson. Katie Sarah Infantine. Alan Christian Jensen. Emily Joyce Brady. Sarah Z. Kaufman. Bridget Mary Kearney. Kathleen Devine Keating. Shiri Kessel. Rakesh Hicks Katarpol. De Lorenz L. Knight. Emily N. Knox. Sophie Colchin Miller. Emily Faith Krasner. Mitchell M. Kriegest. Emily Sung Kirchen. Taylor Marie Lalonde. Andre David Lafitte. Ellen Ross Landrum. Jessica Meritz LaTouré. Heather Ann Ann Levangie. Catherine Elizabeth Leone. Russell S. Levine. Elizabeth Ann Lowen. Lee Ann Walker Lowe. Peggy Lucienne. Jess Lupardis. Brittany Mayuri. Hillary Lynn Mark. Christina Louise Cosa Maynard. Abby Ross Mays. Felicia Sonia McDonald. Melissa Peace McDormand. Excuse me, do you have a card? Ryan Philip McJunkin. Jolene Elizabeth McLaughlin. Elizabeth Kathleen Meffin. Dina Alexandra Mejia Tejeda. Gerlani Mejia. Erica Jean Malika. John Christopher Monfredo. Caitlin Zabala Murphy. Kristen Elizabeth Murphy. Natasha Naeem.
Melissa Deborah Nauman. Lisa Renee Nelson. Patrick C. Nolan. Ashley Megan Norby. Jillian Ann Nuding. Hi. Caitlin Jessie O'Gallagher. Erin Marie O'Malley. Molly Becker O'Neill. Lauren Marie O'Rourke. Jenna Beth Obelski. Naomi Rush Olson. Heather Victoria Otero. Kimberly Peevler. Rebecca Andra Penny. Laura Elizabeth Perkins. Christine Marie Perrone. Kaylin Marie Petrarca. Ashley Marie Pylon. Catherine Cecilia Talbot Piper. Lindsay Hadas Polashuk. Emily Jane Proctor. Jackson Ravenscroft. Catherine Sarah Reiners. Rachel Hannah Rivas. Melissa Maria Rodriguez. Stephanie Rodriguez. Enan Rudell. Kaylin Lipman Ryrie. Stacy St. Louis. Dana Sowitz. Catherine Campbell Schwartz. Ellen Courtney Sears. Thank you. Julia Shoshana Selznick. Anthony Michael Serio. Julia Akeem Shaw. Erica Rose Skorupski. Shayna Monique Smallwood. Kendra Elizabeth Smith. Samantha Ann Smith. Ellen Marie Sneed. Christine Teresa Spinelli. Jessica L. Stearns. Ian Harris Struthers. Amanda Heather Stuckey. Daniel Oscar Swenson. Katie Victoria Torella. Melanie Mercedes Texera. Cher Tapa. Nicole Aaron Thornhill. Mitra P. Tumino. Kristen Olga Varinos. Emily Vasquez. Kimberly Suzanne Wabick. Anna Zoe Wax. Jody L. Waddell. Leah Ann Walsh. Sarah Elizabeth Waters. Hillary Webb. Josemeni Wesh. Amanda Sam Weitraub. Katrina Louise Welch. Emily Ann Wharton. Rosemary Christine Wing. Tia Winter. Julia Alexis Wise. Paige Bailey Woodfin. Emma R. Worth. Danitza E. Zambrana Gonzalez. Anna Rose Zeitler.
Masters of Social Work, Certificate in Urban Leadership and Clinical Social Work. Amy Elizabeth Alves. Renee Lakeisha Austin and Son. Jennifer Danielle Brown. Emilia Marie Campbell. Melissa Jean Dagger. Sarah Elliott Goodall Donahue. Derek Michael George. Janet L. James. Jennifer Colleen Johns. Ashley Danielle Lee. Sarah Nicole Lefebvre. You just have to indulge me for 1 minute and let Kayla wave to her parents who are streaming from Laos. Kayla Convan McGrath. Erika Rose Ortero Vargas. Emily Dawn Pizzale. J. Wyatt Posig. Susan Eileen Putnams. Rita R. Shaw. Elizabeth C. Stoller. Charlene Marie Tebow. Elizabeth Marion Wheat. Richard Wilson, Jr. Master of Social Work and Certificate in Urban Leadership and Clinical Social Work, and Master of Business Administration. Liana Mireille Ostis Burton.
Congratulations and best wishes to all of you who have graduated today. Thank you to all of our guests for being part of this wonderful celebration, which is now come to an end. Please remain seated until the academic procession has left the pavilion.